Okay then, the song structure, or the verse structure is laid out for you with all the chord sequences, and obviously all the chord diagrams are there as well. So I'm having to make an assumption here that you do know how to play these chords. What I'm trying to do today is teach you quite a complicated strumming pattern, but also make sure that we take the right approach to learning the chords. Now the key here to playing this song is becoming very familiar with not only to play the chords, but the sequence in which they come, so it remains in your brain. Once you've done that, then I believe you can tackle the rhythm. So what you need to do is start off by playing the chords in sequence. Break it down into chunks of 4, starting with the first 4 chords, then the second 4 chords. Then we'll come into the second part of the verse where you do the next 4 chords and finish off with the last 3 chords. Start off nice and slowly, just going from one chord to another. As an example, like that, gradually building up your speed. Once you've chunked it all down, put them all together, make sure you're familiar with them and that you can play them at a reasonable pace. Once you've done that, we can start tackling the rhythm, because you'll have the ability to change from one chord to another, and secondly, you'll be able to do it at a reasonable speed. And as I said earlier, the key is keeping it in your head so that you know exactly what chord's coming next. You don't have to think too much. Then we come on to the rhythm pattern. That's 10 strokes of the strings, down and up. So it's 5 down strokes and 5 up strokes, obviously sequentially. Slow it down a bit. And each time we are finishing that pattern, there's a tiny little gap which gives you the chance to change to the next chord and repeat the pattern. The good thing is the pattern is the same all the way through, except when we hit that last E, when we just elongate it a little bit more. And I'll show you that a little bit later. So first thing, get your plectrum and make sure we've got that pattern nailed into the brain. Now that was probably 100 beats a minute. The backing track is at 160 beats per minute, which is the speed of the record. So it's more like... What you need to do is get that rhythm in your brain. Like that. The next thing we need to do is be able to change from one chord to another. Now I'm not going to demonstrate it all the way through because it's all laid out for you. I'm just going to do the very first 4 chords to give you an idea. I'll do it once slowly and once slightly faster, and then I'm just going to do the last 3 chords to show you how to end off on that bottom E. And then in the next video we'll have a slow practice session. So if we're going to start it off, I'm not going to play inside to the backing track, and I'm not going to play it at any set speed. I just want you to get used to being able to play that rhythm. So it'd be something like this. Like that. Now if we do it a bit slower to warm yourself, to get used to the rhythm. And that's all you need to do on every single chord through the sequence. It's the same pattern, those 10 strokes of the strings for every single chord except for the last one. The last, which is the bottom, is the E. And the last 3 chords of the sequence just goes A, B7, E, and it goes something like this. So we're going. Just to elongate it out as the verse ends. I'll do it one more time for you a bit slower. And that's all there is to it. So it's now up to you to build up your speed. And once you've got those chords laid down into your head and the change is nice and smooth, you'll be able to jam along to the next video where I'm going to play it a lot slower than the original. And then of course you can go back to the first video and hopefully get up to Beatles speed. So go forward to the next video and we'll finish off with a little practice session.